Dumelang ra la amogela mo go Daily Thetha on SABC 1 na ka lebitso ke na Nicolette wa ga Mashile ngwana wa kwa Bushbuckridge Mapulaneng e atoloka ka matsago yene ke sesi Fortune wa ga Madlala ezilikwile already sijava uye a winner ko di BET winner the Viewers Choice Award Best International Act, so a huge congratulations to him for flying high flag ya mo South Africa. Can we get a hand in studio, guys? But le khono mo ga Daily Thetha re lebella taba e serious ka matla re lebella youth unemployment mo South Africa re nyako tšiba rena e causa ke yeng ra tšiba gore almost 38.2% of people in South Africa are unemployed. So the question is, the opportunities are is it the case of are employed? Are we we don't have any employability? Is it or is it high time that we start looking at other ways to be able to create jobs? Do we need to look at creative ways, or should we be looking in the digital world? But the question that we're going to be asking join a conversation if what are some of the reasons? Kini, perhaps you've been interacting with youth here in South Africa. What are some of the reasons as to why they are not employed?
I think I believe in learning in Africa because abanye abantu bakhala ukuthi imsebenzi ayikho abanye bakhala ngeskill esingekho kubantu abasha. That's what we're going to be finding out uhlelo namhlanje sizwe nabantu abasha beziwala bezikhulumela ukuthi bona ngokwabo yini ababona ukuthi imbangela ukuthi bangayithola imsebenzi. But siqale lapha sibingele lonke umuntu ongaphakathi studio. Welcome to Daily Thetha bafethu. I'm going to start on my side. Ngize kuzaza unesikhathi eside ungawuthola umsebenzi. You've tried and even utshela ukuthi one company wasenda ama CVs bakuthembisa left right and center. Yini lokucabanga ukuthi kwenza ukuthi umsebenzi ungawuthola wena?
Sometimes indendis blame ubana andifuna usebenzisa my God given talent, because I do have skills, I do have ideas, and as creator and this big out there. Just that sometimes I'm too comfortable in my own zone. Very shy. Sometimes I do write something, and I feel like it's a good idea, but so sometimes there's blame because I do go out there, I want to be rejected, but sometimes like it starts with me. I should know man and in the team.
Njengamanje let's say someone ubheka iTV ekhaya and engafisa ukuqasha engaqasha ethu iwenza ini imap ma skills ona.
Basically, I'm into music. I can sing and stuff like that. I also did presenting in East London. I did it on my own. I as Mashile and for a company called Black and White Visual Media. But now, I'm mover. So I can act. Also, I do take acting classes, and I do write songs. I can be a song. I do write like even for short stories. I'm also like creative.
Oh, so it's Java. I'm going to tell BET.
Yes, please, Java.
Let's go to your side, Nicolette.
You know, Kini, I'd like to speak to Putinkululeko here. Putinkululeko, he's a graduate, who can school on a degree na maragona mereko. Kululeko, share story sako.
Yeah, I studied Picom accounting at University of Zululand, and I tried to apply in different companies, and I didn't find anything. But I also blame myself as well because I can sing. You know, I never tried that, taking that further. I was just focusing on one side. So I have to have to explore. Isn't anything about
Can I ask you a question? If you become accounting, why music? Why do you also want to go into the media space?
I think it's talent, so I can sing very well, and people get entertained if.
And you sing very well.
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay, let's do something quickly, Nkolego. We're in an interview right now. I'm interviewing you.
Yeah.
The question I'm asking you is why should we hire you?
Because in the skill become accounting, and I can do bookkeeping. If I'm bookkeeping, whatever like pertaining to degree, because I'm a specialist in accounting since I become accounting, so I can do amateurs kamaning like my skills and what's all schooling. And so if values of skills, I think you can employ me because I'm qualified.
Are we hiring Kolleg or not, guys? Was that a good enough answer to get hired? Koli? Are we hiring Kolleg or not?
No, not today.
Not today. Why?
He needs.
Why? Please tell us, because what we're also trying to understand, if the job opportunities are what is the problem?
I think it's the employability as you mentioned, Guti. As much as we say, Guti, yes, I want to get employed, I'm looking for a job, but when you look deep into it, are you employable? Uthola abantu ukuthi in office spaces abafuna ukuthi basebenze, uthola ukuthi umuntu they go lunch for hours and hours bengafuna ukusebenza. When you're looking at the performance, ubheka graph is going down because they're not performing. Why is that? Because they're not abakwazi ukuthi baqasheke.
Sure, it's a very serious issue, Kini. Can we employ you?
Yeah, that's a thing. And I was talking to Amanda of just to chat and find out exactly what ucabangani, and she was saying a whole lot of things, saying Guti, sometimes abantu bafuna this and that, but not all of us are maybe we need to go to school for certain things that you want to do. Amanda.
Okokuqala nebhuti not isonke kufuneka basiye esikoleni sizothola umsebenzi.
What do you mean with not sonke kumele sesikoleni?
Ungaphumzekela grade 12 then ubona into abana ungenza ntoni njengoba ebethethile uzazi into abana yena uyakhona ucula nobhuti kwelacala into abana angakwazi ucula abanye abantu bethina bakhona into abana bangayifikela university.
But what about you? Let's look at the skills on now njengamanje, because we talk about job opportunities right now. It's a serious problem especially the youth of South Africa. What do you think you can offer in the market njengamanje?
Njengangokubhutine ndenza i-class acting kwi-PPA and futhi okwesibini ningakhona upresenter because siyafundiswa and okwesithathu ndiyenza esikoleni safety. Okwesibini nebhuti into enoyithetha into abana kunzima.
Akwazi nokubala.
Okwesithathu ingxaki ilapha xa sifuna umsebenzi thina kunzima. Ngoba kaloku abantu bafuna i-bribe. Uba awunayo i-bribe athi into abana Amanda, you can scratch my back, I'll scratch yours. Njani friend with benefit. Hayi bethuna nwakho mayibiyeke lonto leyo. Asizukwazi into abana uzufumana umsebenzi ufuna kulala ebhedini.
Mana awusho lento ekhuluma njengamanje, it's something oyizwile oyibona yenzeka, it's something yakenzeka kuwena.
But ibenzeke kumuntu uxelele apha kweziviki iziphelele into abana athi umuntu abana hayi Amanda ngiyakunikeza umsebenzi qha ingxaki inye ungascratcha umva wami discratch wakho umva. Njani bhuti friend with benefit.
Yo, kuthanda kuba nzima. Give us a call at home if now mhlampe unomunye wabantu une solution in what we're talking about today. Give us a call. It's 0113391315 of thona kwinkundla zokuxhumana zonke. The hashtag is Daily Thetha.
Yes, Kini, we do have the minister and the presidency sitting with us. Lekgono mo ga Daily Thetha. A re botse gore na ntate wa tlogela. Okay. A re go gore na is what's the government doing for school leavers? Le batho ba gore ba fetsa ko grade 12, because we've been made to believe gore kena skolo go fetsa skolo to kra mmereko, but it's not happening. Ke yonkuleko mo udutsi ana mmereko.
I think tomo ke gore batswadi ba bantši le baswa ba lebeletse gore ga o fetša grade 12 the only place o ka yang go yona ke university. Yes, re encourage gore everyone a go university, but re gape go na le TVET colleges tše leng gore di go fa specific skills tše leng gore di go lokišetša go ya mmerekong. Go na le artisan development programs tše leng gore na le tšona, go na le di-SETAs tše leng gore di thuša ka di-learnerships le di-internships. But I think tengwe ape tshwantseng re lebelela ke gore le ge o ya university, because batho ba ba ya university because ke status ke ile university, and then o fitla kwa o ile ithutela di program tše leng gore ga di nyake mo market. I mean ga re lebeletse economy ya rena dilo tše ding tše leng gore ra di nyaka, re nyaka di welders, di plumbers, di electricians, di builders and all of that, but because re lebeletse maemo, I mean I think somebody boletse ka gore re kgetha meshumo, so o kreile gore o nyaka go ithutela boruti ko University of Zululand, but baruti ba tletše agere. So go na le skills tše leng gore ra di nyaka, tše leng gore re nyaka go encourage baswa re le lefapha la higher education and training le ministry gore ba lebelele di skills ba ya go ithuta tšona tšeo. But some of
them sorry for minister, because we're going to have you on the couch, so re nyaka itshwara gona bjalo exactly where you've left the katabadi sparking skills, because I think it's something that we need to look into in South Africa. The minister has put it very clearly gore sometimes as rune ba South Africa re nyaka go geta mmereko gore nna ke nyaka ba ka letšatšing letšatši la fisa ka mataong, but that's a job that's presently available for you.
Samense kokele tolo masbuya sa dinge to taba lwethu kwi Daily Thetha.
Welcome back to Daily Thetha. And level at the job opportunities in South Africa. America wana o ona na kaparabla in this silo, in this isolation of America ona, but we still have graduates that are standing in street corners, but already bored barring. We've graduated. We are joined on the couch by Deputy Minister Butima Namela and Tate Marking Madala Masuku. Welcome to Daily Thetha.
Thank you.
Let's go straight into conversation. Unemployment in South Africa, it's rife. It's very rife. And it's not something that we can run away from. What's the actual status? If we were to paint a proper picture, what is the status of unemployment?
Unemployment is it's very rife in South Africa, it's true. And at the current moment, you are sitting at around 27% of unemployment for those who are seeking, not those that have actually been discouraged. And when coming to the youth, we have got around 3.8, 38.2% of young people who are unemployed. And that's why it's very critical that all of us, our focus is more on the and creation of employment, especially for the youth. And there's a reason why we have to do so.
Okay.
You know, higher education and training Minister, Deputy Minister Butima Namela, I want to come to you because there was a point that was raised by Utsepang when in the audience, the problem that we are facing as the youth is that we want shortcuts when it comes to Msebenzi, and you also mentioned a point in saying that we choose Msebenzi. But some people, but not like we are choosing.
Yeah. Look, I mean, at some point, and I think because of our failure to plan and also encouraging young people to choose, priority skills, we had to import welders when we're building some of the power stations because the skill wasn't there, or the people who were there were not properly
Why
trained.
is that? Is it because China and in Africa sometimes
Well, I think it's because, like I said earlier, so a lot of us want to go to university, and then we look down into TVET colleges, which we've now greatly improved. I mean, there's been a lot of investment into improving the quality of our TVET colleges, and I really want to encourage young people to take advantage of that, especially because in most instances you can't go there and say akina chelete, given government's a free education policy. But I think the other point which or the other programs which government has for someone like him who studied BCom accounting at Unizulu, honali the programs still or government iberegishana NGOs and private sector like the Harambe program, where we prepare young people for the world of work. So, very basic things like how you interview, presentations. I mean, you ask him very basic questions. I should hire you. What? So all those type of things. So it's not enough to go into the classroom and have the skill, but you should be able to sell that skill. And as a final point, I think we need to be investing more into creators of employment. So howly a welder, you can go and work on your own. You don't have to be employed by somebody else. And even when you're as a BCom accountant, I mean, when I'll dispense shop colgationing, babanyakang, bookkeeping and all of that, skill set. So instead of going around looking for a job.
I don't know, but how would I just go straight to the spaza if the media or anybody for that matter advertise that job, but you need to be at the office tizeni and wear a suit and tie. Now I go in to a spaza where maybe I won't even need to dress nice and everything. If you listen to our audience, most of them, they want to be on media because that's what they see and they relate with you.
Actually, the challenge that we have seen from the youth is more of exposure. Exposure, preparation before you go into school, and even after. So that's why the reason why young people begin to focus on media is because it's what they are exposed to, and this is what they see. And that's why government with the CEOs has created this new program for young people to be exposed. And I understand that many people are saying, yeah, you're coming up with something that is going to displace people. No, it's creation of spaces for young people to be exposed more further than what companies are actually having.
But can I just come back in there? People that are no longer encouraged to look out for jobs, right? What is discouraging people when we hear government coming up with TEPA 1 million, government is coming up with the YES program? So there is an element where government is doing some stuff. What then is discouraging young people?
Okay.
Well, I think it's for the young people to indicate, but one of the key things it discourages not only young people but the unemployed in general is because you're looking for a specific job and you're not finding it, and therefore you get discouraged. And some of the people, I mean, you know, require to come on the but udirang, you have to know what is it that you want to do.
Yes.
You have to sell a trade. What is your skill? If you get the tender, it means when a plumber. So government what the plumbers. So that's the trade. Z83. I mean not Z83. I mean the tender forms and all of that. So but I think with the youth employment service program, the intention especially the unemployed graduate, grade 12 learners, bilingual banality skills and all, ubabe more miracle, babele that workplace exposure, babele experience. I mean, mikhatlo minchi yaba swabo ANC Youth League, babele la kagore ntoya ya gore go nyaka ka experience uka sekrele hodimo. So re ka youth employment service, ka internships, ka learnerships, ba swaba khona go ba exposed to the workplace. Ba tseba gore just go di oba mo miracle. What does it mean? Just that. Being 8 to 5 or presentable. Presentable doesn't mean wearing a tie. You know, so those are some of the skills they are shorter over and above the qualifications.
But
that
Minister,
you have.
can I ask you a question? We've had a few shows on Daily Thetha that work at the essential services.
Yes.
Last time we had a show about the healthcare being in a critical space, and people were saying, the people that are working there are passionate. Now, if we're sitting with unemployment and I'm looking for a job as an accountant, but do I take that job, even though I've got no passion for it? Do I take that job and then go and put people's lives in danger, or do I wait until I get an accounting job?
I think what is important is that when we prepare ourselves as young people and the area that we have identified, it's your anchor area.
Okay.
But it doesn't mean that you are going to end up stuck into it.
In that area.
You might be finding that you have done accounting, and like we are saying, I kind of see my opportunities in music.
Yes.
But you have to actually pair your anchor to the area that you're beginning to see. If you don't pair them, then you're going to have a problem.
I'm tempted to ask this question. I want to find out from you. Do you think, Nina, as young people, are you prepared to start from the bottom when it comes to work? Or you just want the higher position, the corner office, everything like that?
Of course, we are prepared to start from the bottom. But even if you start at the bottom, o ka se sebetse mosebetsi lo re ha o rate. O ka se sebetse lo re ha o thabi. E ke ba re ke rata media be ke tsama ke lo sebetsa clinicing kapa hospital.
Both.
Okay. Ke tlama ke thabe gore ke mosebetsing e seng ha ke tswa ho sengebe ke no ke go o modimo a ka di hele. No. Tlama ke thabe gore I'm going to work.
So there are type of umsebenzi that you don't think you touch?
Yes.
Like what?
Yeah, like what?
Yo, now I don't want to be a plumber.
Okay.
I'm just being honest.
But I want to say something. I want to say something there. You know that, and this is where we're trying to reach out and to get young people to go into TVET colleges. You know that the chances of someone being employed as a BCom accountant are much lesser than that of being a plumber.
True.
And that plumbers are actually paid much more than a BCom accountant. So and I'm not saying it's about payment, but I'm also saying it's about ensuring re share advantage of the opportunities that are available. And if you ask Ulika comrade la ubulela ka become accounting, if you can why did he go to Unizulu to study become accounting? He'll give you a whole range of reasons, you know. Whereas he could pursue singing. In fact, one of the reasons why Renali did drop out she go to university is because become accounting, the sutu, the tie, and all of that. Then go fit go no man. Go arts or go, you know, and then you start losing interest. Happiness is relative also.
Okay. Asamenze breaking, but before say breaking, asikutshela ukuthi kuphatheleni kwi-daily Thetha nakho sobe sikuphethe masibuya.
You definitely need to have that experience and that background with children. If you're having a crappy day, you can't be coming to work and not with a positive attitude, because kids tend to pick up on that and they actually bounce their emotions off of you. My name is Yani Skuman. I started this company in 2016 after working for another au pairing agency previously. I decided that it's something that I really like and that I'd like to do my way, so I went out and started my own company. I actually studied psychology, that's my background. And after studying for 6 years and after doing my master's, I decided to take a break after studying because I thought, oh, just give me a break from academics. I really love kids. That's when I got into au pairing, and I realized that it's something that can be really enjoyable. And after that is actually when I started working for an au pairing agency and recruiting other au pairs to work as well. Tip top au pairs, good afternoon. Basically, an au pair is somebody that's there to help out in the house, specifically with the kids, because we have a lot of double income households in the world and in South Africa these days. Everything's expensive, obviously, so a lot of moms are not looking after kids anymore but working themselves. So we need an au pair to basically help with the kids with things like taking them to school, fetching them from school, and basically some au pairs, they end up kind of helping the mum to run the household. They do grocery shopping, they manage any other staff and stuff like that as well. It is difficult to find a job these days, I'm not gonna lie. It can be very difficult for a young person to find themselves in the current job market. Please stay in school. Even if you want to au pair, it's going to be difficult for you to find a job if you don't have a matric qualification. But if you have that, my advice would be to start early, even while you're in high school. See if you can find a job helping kids after school with their homework. That's something that counts as experience in the au pairing world. If you think you have a passion for something and you think you're good at something, just don't give up, continue working towards it. Start off by volunteering. That's one thing you can do that also helps you to get into the industry. Don't always let it be about money from the start. Find yourself and make sure that you're working in the industry that you love and what you want to do with your life, because otherwise it's not going to be for you.
Welcome back to Daily Thetha. Sikhuluma about job opportunities namhlanje kumsombuluko, trying to find out exactly ukuthi yini inkinga singenza njani ukuze siqedelena. On the couch njengamanje we do have Justin Smith, disability expected progression. They assist abantu abane disability into getting a job. If you think about people with a special need, right now, the youth of today, they are crying that there's no job. We are trying, we're doing this. How much more with people with special needs, Justin?
Well, so much more, because the barriers are not just about are there employment opportunities, but it's also how am I going to get there? When I get there, can I access that building? Are people around me going to understand perhaps some of my limitations? Are people going to take me seriously in the sense that I'm presenting as a person with a disability, and the immediate presumption that a lot of people have is that that person possibly doesn't have the skills or can't do the job. So we're seeing an even bigger gap in terms of employable people with disabilities having opportunities. I mean, at the moment we work, our organisation Progression has been working in the industry of disability placements for 16 years, and we don't get quieter, we get busier, and that's often because, again, there are initiatives like the Employment Equity which are great opportunities for doors to open. But the reality is, if we take it down to the core and we ask businesses, would you employ somebody with a disability? If there wasn't an Employment Equity Act, if there wasn't BE compliance needs, the answer would probably be no. Not because the person doesn't have the skills or the ability to do the job, but because our perceptions of what disability is says it can't. It's not going to be able to. It's not going to function in our environment, and our environments physically and attitudinally are not ready.
So if I'm sitting at home right now watching Daily Thetha and I'm living with a person living with a disability, how can you help me?
So, I mean, a lot of the work that we do is linked in with, again, those opportunities within employment equity and Triple BE, where businesses are looking now, they're having to actually look internally and say, look, we're not creating diverse workplaces. So employment equity is saying, I need to drive and have more people employed with disabilities in my space. So a lot of the time, those companies would come to us as experts in that field and say, okay, look, we need to employ people. So we always work within the communities and as many sort of outreach projects to try and reach those people to say, come to us. Let us have a look at what skills you have and let's look at what opportunities are out there. The doors are often around learnerships though, at the moment. That's kind of the biggest driver.
I was about to ask what levels, and maybe perhaps you can give us a practical example of your last placement and, you know, some success stories.
So we have a huge amount, and a lot of the time what I think there's a sort of mixed feeling around the learnerships is that some businesses are saying, okay, well, look, learnerships, and a lot of when I'm talking to people with disabilities, they're saying, well, I've done a business admin, NQF level 2, 3, 4, I've done a project management. I'm technically very employable now.
Yes.
But I'm still just a professional learner. Is businesses, because that's where the investment is in terms
I guess that's the experience that the minister was talking about.
That, so we need to find a way to translate that. So we're seeing a success story in the sense that it's an opportunity through learnerships for people to go to businesses and show their skills.
Okay, let's just check callers right now. We do have Thamsanqa from Israel. Thamsanqa, welcome to Daily Thetha.
Yes, sanibona njani bafowethu.
Sikhona mfowethu singeza kuwena luthini udaba lakho uhlale phe kwani?
Yeah, bafowethu thina sinephutha lana esilenzayo singabantu abansundu lana.
Okay.
Asikwazi ukuloku esikhala nge-youth unemployment, whereas abantu abasiphethe nabo ngokwabo baloku baya kuma-foreign investors to create jobs. They themselves, they must be the creators of jobs. And they must change the system of education, because the system of education was good in those days, whereby they say education is the key. Education is no longer the key now, and because now the ANC connections has changed the logs. So we need to change the system, because now connections, you can have a degree, you can have a BCom or whatever, but more than a connection, you don't get jobs. I mean, I'm self-employed in Ghana casting agent. I think in Kuruma no last thing on the Fostora Stadium. Last week I was addressing youth as a Fostoras. And I a Fostoras Arts and Culture Forum. So I'm happy because I'd like to Ubutimanamela, they must do their schooling very well. They must go to Cuba and see who to Fidel Castro, Usapa Veganjan without the help of the outsiders. Gaddafi, Usapa Veganjan with the help of outsiders. Now, what
Thamsanqa, ngenxa yesikhathi mfethu sokumele sizivale but siyathemba ukuthi Deputy Minister naye belalele and uzwile umbono wakho as well uzowuthatha aye nawo phambili. Siyabonga kakhulu mfethu. Siyabonga kakhulu. Let's come to youth as well. Nesipho, ungomunye wabantu abasha that you were saying for the longest time you didn't want to start your own business, but only now you feel like it's the right time to start a business. Why did you take forever to start your own business?
Okay, thank you. At first I thought mangabe kuukuthi ngiphume esikoleni vele angithi ngizofuna ukufunda bese ngifuna nomsebenzi futhi ongizosebenza wo part time. But then kuthe mase sengibona ukuthi okay sengiyasebenza la, and then I felt something ukuthi okay kumele mina ngistathele yami into, because ukulokhu usebenzela umuntu ubona uyabona ukuthi omunye umuntu uyakhuphuka yabo wena ulibuphiza uhleli. So as youth, so as one of the youth kumele ngiyenze something nami engizobona ukuthi okay sasa nginekusasa elihle eliqhazi labo.
Okay.
So I thought it will be easy for me ukuthi ngibe na that brighter future.
But do you think about that most of the time, because we're always worried about ukuthola umsebenzi? Do you even think about creating umsebenzi, or you think it's too much?
For now, it's too much for me to create job opportunity for other people, but I'm going to encourage them ukuthi belentuzi beyenze izinto ezi-right bekwazi nabo ukuyicreatela izinto zabo, because sonke la sinama-talent ahlukene ngithi. So ama-talent wethu asiwasebenzise in different ways ukuze sokwazi ukuthi si-createle something, because nami ngeke ngithanda ukubuka abantu belokhu besebenza phansi kwami bengenzi into e-right.
All right. Deputy Minister, we're hearing about the NYDA today. They're hosting a dinner that is going to try and, speak, a breakfast, this morning, that they're trying to speak about this issue that we're currently faced with. And I mean, I hear a lot of government initiatives that are coming up, but South Africa is not only made up of the public sector, there's also a private sector. Is our private sector doing enough to go and tackle this issue, unemployment and creating job opportunities?
Yeah, and I think Deputy Minister Masuku utlabulela ka Youth Employment Service more, which is about the involvement with the private sector. But serinya ka ngusidira in higher education, ke gore the private sector must open up their doors to get learnerships training, to get graduates baba naleng di diplomas le di degrees gore ba kre workplace experience, gore baba babe di mentors to those graduates if they want to be entrepreneurs, help open up the doors for them. But I think one of the key things is a young person anyokoba self-employed, yes, you can get business in your own community, but if the bigger companies are not giving those young people the opportunities, they won't go anywhere. And that's where we want to see the private sector playing a key role. I'll be going out talking to some of the big and small companies to host young people for experiential training, so that batlogele go complaina ka gore baswa ga bana experience, whereas basa dire selo go ba for that experience.
Before I go to Maggie, I think Deputy Minister, you want to say something as well?
Yeah, in fact, me and him, we have got a project that was supposed to be starting this year.
Okay.
We started it differently when I was in the presidency. It was to link the institutions of learning with the industry and get them to work and be able to create exposure opportunities for them to for young people when they are still there in school, to be exposed to professionals and also to visit them at work, so that they are able to see what is actually happening there, and also to make sure that whatever the curriculum is in those in TVETs, it's actually speaking to what the young people want to have. And in the YES program, I'm happy that she spoke about an initiative, her beginning to think about creating jobs, because the reason why we don't have jobs is because we haven't broadened the opportunities for jobs. And one of the things, I think the caller was talking about investment. Of course, we need big investment for people with big money, because they've been there, they've been having this money. But what is more important now is more of us as young people beginning to look around us, look around the road when we travel, look around the transport, look around anywhere where you are, and look for this opportunity that you can actually work on to create some job for the others. And the YES program says corporate will be creating learnership for so many people. But SMMEs that might be starting like her, and she wants people with certain capacities, and she can't find. She can still participate in by bringing in those people.
Let me just understand. Are you saying no people right now and a good thing I'm seeing going forward after the show?
Yes, I'm saying that I'll have to talk to her. Normally what we do, we don't say we'll help you, we talk to you and hear exactly what is it that we want to do, and then work with you in the different areas. Because it's you who must fight. It's not.
Okay, we're going to go for a quick ad break. When we come back, support you on the SMME, because if we want to say we need more people in South Africa, more youth to create businesses so they can create jobs, we then have to understand where is the support going to come from. We're going to speak about that. We're going to speak about it right after the break, Minister. Let's go for an ad break.
Welcome back to iDaily Thetha. Sakhuluma about job opportunities and namhlanje sobe sibheka kahle ezwa nanokuthi iCV yakho kumele ibe njani ukuze uthole umsebenzi because esikhathini esiningi kunabantu abasebenzisa iCV ayisebenzisa 5 years ago but this thing into seyishintshile. That's what we're going to be finding out to sismeke zobe sitshela more about it. But let's go to eThekwini. Ayanda, welcome to iDaily Thetha.
Hello.
Ngicela ungivalele iTV mfethu ukuze sizozwana kahle. Ngicela ungivalela iTV ukuze sizozwana kahle.
Over TV.
Yes, please. Yeah, siyabonga man. So right man.
Yeah, yes.
Yeah, khuluma ke mfethu uthi umbono wakho quick one.
Okay, mina baba ukuthi ngidu anda ni qualified as a millwright, and also qualified as an electrician. Anguthola umsebenzi ngiyapply. Angathola ama response hayi enough for ngithola umsebenzi.
What do you think is a problem? Let's just dive straight into a problem. What do you think is a problem?
A system. Because the first konto yenzeka engenza ukuthi ngawuthola umsebenzi ukuthi involve new yan. Bathiwa because I'm an outsider ngizange ngibe employed kwi company before permanent. That's why they can't hire me. Abantu abaqhamuka from ngaphakathi. So I was got rejected because of that, not because ukuthi ngingakwazi ukuperform umsebenzi. Okay. 2 times lokho.
Okay.
And it's a big company, no umsebenzi involved lapho. It's a konjalo lokho.
Okay.
And secondly,
okay, ayenda sizovele sidlale kuyona nje because sifuna ukubheka ukuthi union ebasiza kanjani abantu because esikhathi esiningi ziyabasiza abantu but on your case it was a different story. Siyabonga kakhulu. Let's come back to the couch njengamanje we do have Sisumeke Mboyane from the CV desk as well as Monde Zuma. Mamelodi Bees guys, welcome to iDaily Thetha.
Thank you.
Sengingakhuluma indaba yama CVs. What is serious kangakanani indaba yama CVs especially to the youth of today? Do they even know how to draft a CV or it's all about the cut and paste engiyitholile lapha internet cafe ebengiyakuyona?
I don't know. I don't think a majority of the youth know how to put a CV together, because when we came into business, we came partly as a result of the youth saying they're struggling to get employed, right? So when we ran a poll, we found out that they can't put the CV together. They don't know where to look. They don't know how to look. They don't know what to do after they've found the jobs that they've applied to. So this is why we said, okay. Over the weekends, because we can't do it during the week, we help job seekers with their job seeking challenges. Say, okay, if you're saying you've been looking for employment for 10 years, how is your CV looking? Where are you looking? What are you doing after you've sent out your CV? How are you?
Sis Maggie, can I ask you a question? How if somebody, a young person, today, Daily Thetha, how do they make their CVs better so that the opportunities are accessible to them?
Okay, a CV has to have contact info, your educational and employment information, your skills. So we have free CV templates on our site that are in MS Word that people can just download and put in the info, and if they're not sure if the structure is still correct after they're done, then they can send me an email and I'll see if all is good before they start applying.
Okay, nice.
I think what we'll do on our social media, we'll post yonke information yako. So if you follow us, you'll be able to tell yonke information.
Yeah, but perhaps maybe you can also take us through, Sis Maggie, through the internships, you know, some of your job opportunities, go CV desk.
Okay, CV desk places job seekers across all industries, part-time, contract, permanent positions. So we work with a range of employers in the public and the private sector. So they jobs keep coming in.
So what are some of the jobs that you're getting like on Friday and this morning?
Reception, research and skills development positions. You have your internships as well. So there are a whole lot of positions that we have.
Nice.
Let me come to you, Budmonde. Abantu abaningi sikhala ukuthi imsebenzi ayikho, but let's talk about the Mamelodi Bees. What do you guys do to help ekutheni le msebenzi i-create?
Okay, so as Mamelodi Bees, so we are an entrepreneurship platform for our township businesses where we're focusing on 3 things: giving township businesses online presence, helping them to be business compliant, and giving them access to market. So we capacitate entrepreneurs in townships so that their businesses can grow. Where it links in with people that are looking employment is one of my businesses is an internet cafe. We're talking about CVs. You can have the best template, but if you don't have the content, it's fruitless. You understand? Whereas now we're saying, Tina, we help businesses to grow their their sales. If there's sales happening in small businesses, they will be able to employ people. But there's a mismatch. Like me, I'm in the ICT space, you know, because we're a business and information technology company. Whereas when we're looking for people, it's either we get people, mind you, we're based in Mamelodi. People want to come to us, but want to earn high salaries, which we cannot afford. And even if they want those salaries, you're getting someone who has a diploma, who has a degree, but they've never worked. We're dealing with software. What are they bringing on board? You know, we're not having people that are coming to us, emakasi, to say, Himumonde, I have this kind of experience. You know, this past weekend I had a lady that wowed me. You know, she sent me an email to say, you know what, I've seen what Mamelodi Biz does. You're lacking in APC. You understand?
Nice.
I said, I can't pay you for now. And she said, no, don't worry, I'll help you. You know,
nice.
and in return, once you see money coming in, you know, you'll pay me right there. That's the person that you need to employ. The traditional way of looking for employment, we need to look at it, you know, differently. Networking sessions are not just there for people to go and just chill.
And have
you go there
sip on wine.
You understand? If you go to where entrepreneurs are, it's the fastest way one can get employment versus going to a site where you upload your CV. But if you're sitting one-on-one with them with the CEO of another company, you can get employment. But if you look at entrepreneurs, we're not in a position where we can employ. And we're not even talking about funding. We're talking about, do we have paying customers?
I'll sell the microphone to Jan in the middle there. When you were talking about this show, because we started last week talking about it, we're going to have a show like this, you actually said to people, you have imsebenzi. What kind of jobs do you have? And
okay, the jobs that we have is a beautician jobs, basically barbers, nail technicians, and makeup artists, and hairdressers, and so forth.
And how many responses have you guys received so far?
With your help, actually, we got about 250 of them. Yeah, and sadly is that a lot of them, in terms of experience, there is no experience. And then you look at how these people spend their times, and you will see why there is no experience. Most of them, they say they watch TV, and then they don't apply themselves. If you ask a brother here, he did a bachelor's in accounting, but how he spends his time, he sings. And then how do you expect to get a job in that field if you don't equip yourself with, you know, proper skills and training, basically.
Okay, it's very interesting. I think when we come back, we should open up the space. Both our ministers are here, and we've got a lot of young people that are sitting with us today that don't have jobs, you know, and maybe they can give us questions.
Or maybe just to put them on a spotlight, they commit to it, they'll take 20 of people
in this new project they're doing together.
Yeah, that project. After this.
Welcome back to Daily Thetha. And job opportunities, and we've had so many job opportunities that have been presented here at Daily Thetha, and we're going to carry on with those. And if you are looking for any opportunities, remember that you must find them on all our social media pages. We're joined by John Komana, who is sitting with us. He's the owner of Black Shades Spa Salon, which is spa and salon together. John, there is Musa sitting across us. She's in the beauty industry. Opportunity, 2 seconds.
Hi, Musa, how are you?
Can she just get the mic?
You doing okay?
I'm good, I'm good. Do you have any experience? Have you trained for any beautician?
Yes, it's cosmetology, 2006 go Jameson College. And I did the whole course, the whole beauty course. I graduated, and then I got my certificate, my beauty certificate.
Okay.
Yes,
and
so I did the whole module. Makeup, massage, nails, and all that.
Okay, and then do you have any experience in this field?
I was specializing in massage. I used to work on a cruise ship, actually, yes, overseas. So I was specializing in massage. I worked there from
Just give it a job.
I worked there from So I specialized in massage, and then I was working overseas on a cruise ship from 2007 until 2011.
So Jan, is Musa somebody that you would be willing to opportunity?
The question is this, Musa, from a cruise ship, can you work in the township?
I can.
Took you a while to answer that.
I can, honestly, I can adjust to that.
Okay, fine, you can come to us.
There you go, we've got a job. Monday, some of your opportunities, maybe go Mamelodi Biz.
Okay, because we're an ICT company, people that have, even if they don't have experience, if they've undergone some form of training in ICT or business, because we're a business services company that deals with improving other entrepreneurs' business.
Yes.
We need people that have education, some corporate experience, and we're working mostly with people that have literally done some sales in their own, even if you didn't have a big business. Have you even sold sweets? Because we can't help entrepreneurs with people that have never been entrepreneurs themselves.
Okay.
So with us, everyone who's in our team is people that have at some point gone through and did a business of their own, or we give them a challenge to say, here's 100 rands. Go out, sell something. After 2 weeks, tell us how much profit you make. If you can come back with more than that 100 that we gave you, and you can say, I'm able to do ABC, for example, if it's in the beauty industry, when you want employment from us, your CV doesn't count much. You want to look, do you have education, do you have experience? What can you tell us about one of the businesses that we've identified as Mamelodi Biz that this business needs to grow? But if you can't say, this business, I will be able to assist them in ABC, we're not able to employ you. Okay. And also social media, because we're pushing the digital world to say, we want people to come on and be, digital marketers. So people that are using social media, if they can come and say, this is how I would communicate and understand the analytics of social media, there are opportunities, even indirectly. We have about 120 companies who are our customers. People are looking for people to do things on them digitally, but you need to come and say, this is what I will do. You need to be very strategic and not just say, I will use social media.
Okay.
Let me quickly go to Urifida as well, because we're looking at the business of social media that Umondo is saying. Some youth are saying, but actually you can make so much money using the social media. Do you think the youth might take serious the digital world that we're living in right now?
No, because it's being used for different things that have that would not help assist them in seeking work or starting
How can I use
business.
it better?
They have different, for example, there are digital skills that are being offered by one of the biggest web search companies in the world. They are free. So you can enhance your qualification that you already have if you can't find work. For the case of the guy with the BCom accounting skills, there are digital skills that are for free that can help you to add to your skills as well. You can start a business online. You can use that to promote your business. It's free advertising. You're already paying for the data with Facebook, so you might as well just use it to the best of your ability. So it should be used for what it's what would help you get to where you need to get to.
Having worked in the SADC area, I mean, you've worked not just in South Africa. What are some of the opportunities that you have perhaps seen in other countries that you can bring down to South Africans, and then also
I think it's an issue of starting a business in South Africa and taking it outside. That would give you more opportunities. We specialize in international trade, so we link businesses that are in South Africa to opportunities that exist outside South Africa. So for example, if you are making a product that everyone else is making in South Africa, why not take it abroad?
Like shea butter.
Like shea butter. There's no shea butter in Europe. So why not sell it to the Europeans? Because there's no way they can have it unless they come to Africa. So you need to look at the gaps in the market. You need to look at what's missing in the community, not just your own community, but outside the country. And that's where your business idea will come from. And on the issue of seeking work and not finding it and all sorts of issues, you need to go where the economy is going. If the economy says we need IT skills, then that's what the economy needs. So you cannot go and study something that the economy doesn't need.
I like what you just said right now, Refugee Guti. Sometimes we need to go Guti where the economy is younger corner as well. But I want to start here with Deputy Minister just to find out Guti, what are some of the jobs that a must have right now compared to what we used to think it's a better job back then in 10 years ago?
Well, critically so now, what is beginning to emerge is that the jobs that young people will have to look for is something that they don't know today. So the issue that she was raising on ICT, the fourth industrialization aspect, requires us that we don't get stuck to what you know. You keep on reading and study the industry itself. But currently, like Deputy Minister Manamela has said, all technical jobs that are all jobs that requires technical skills are the ones that are on a high demand now currently.
Tell us about the campaign. Say yes. Quick one.
the Yes campaign. The Yes campaign is looking at exposing young people. It is an agreement between government, business, and labor. And I heard somebody calling and say labor is sensitive to young people coming in.
Yeah.
So there is an agreement there on that one.
Because of time, but every information is over on our Facebook page. Make sure that you go there. You get all the information. The Yes campaign. Thank you very much.
Tomorrow we're having part 2 of Broken Men.
Yeah.
You may remember we had this conversation last week, Tuesday. So this week, again tomorrow, we're having that conversation. Are South African men broken? But remember that all the opportunities that we spoke about Daily Thetha, on all our social media pages. Thank you.